found in you. Love one another, yeah, love one another, that's what we'll do. Love one another, with a love like no other that we found in you. Love one another, yeah, love one another, that's what we'll do. We're alive to love one another. We're alive with love like no other. We're alive, we're sisters and brothers. We're alive to love one another.
Students, it's Pastor Dan here in the Kids Work Studio, just playing one of my favorite board games, Connect 4. I've been playing a lot of Connect 4 around my house. You know what? I am so excited that we are here together with you on a Sunday morning again, connecting God's Word to what we are doing in our lives. We're in a brand new series all about board games. It's called The Rules for Life. We've been talking a lot about this idea that we have rules for the game of life. It's like a journey. It's like playing Candyland, if you will. As you roll the dice, you pull the cards, you make your next move. You have to be thoughtful. You need to know what God has to say to us in His Word and in living out our life. We're talking about this idea of responsibility, living up to what God expects from us, right? Do you have responsibilities around your house, things that your mom and dad expect you to do? Well, God has the same thing in His Word. He has some expectations for you. And part of those expectations are rules. We don't want to think about rules as a negative thing, a way to kind of keep us from having fun, but rules are the guidelines for our lives to help us have more fun, to give us more freedom. Like we've talked about, playing a board game without rules is not that fun. It sounds fun, but then it's not that fun because there's no way to tell if there's a winner, there's a loser, and how to play the game. So we're talking right now about this idea. This morning, we're going to continue to talk about this. But as we get started, we have one more song we want to sing together. So if you want to get up and sing a little bit wherever you're at, or just sit and enjoy this song, and then we'll get right into our lesson time. And then I will talk to you afterwards a little more from God's Word together.
You never turn away, you never leave my side. And every time I call your name out just to find that you're already right here with me, never been alone. I can trust you with my heart, 'cause this I know. You are always faithful, you love me from the start. No matter what I'm facing, I will trust you with my heart. You are more than able to lead me through the dark. Your love is never failing, I will trust you with my heart. Whoa, I will trust you with my heart. There are days when I feel I need a friend, and then I hear your voice reminding me again that you're already right here with me, never been alone. I can trust you with my heart, 'cause this I know. You are always faithful, you love me from the start. No matter what I'm facing, I will trust you with my heart. You are more than able to lead me through the dark. Your love is never failing, I will trust you with my heart. Whoa, I will trust you with my heart. No matter what may come, no matter what I go through, God, you are never gonna fail me, I will trust you with my heart. No matter what may come, no matter what I go through, God, you are never gonna fail me, I will trust you with my heart. You are always faithful, you love me from the start. No matter what I'm facing, I will trust you with my heart. You are more than able to lead me through the dark. Your love is never failing, I will trust you with my heart. Whoa, I will trust you with my heart. Whoa. trust you with my heart.
My name is Erica, and I'm trying to get this metal ball over this bridge, around this magnetic thing, through the metal tubes, around the spiky yellow stuff, through the hoop, around in the maze, and in this orange thing to the very end. But so far, I'm stuck. Not here, not here, not here, not here, not even close to there, not here, not here, nope, 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 here. But will I give up? Of course not! If at first you don't succeed, try again. That's what I was taught. It's my responsibility. Responsibility is showing you can be trusted with what is expected. Let's do this. Okay, now I give up. I tried again. I still didn't succeed. I don't want to play this anymore. It's so hard. I don't want to do it if it's hard. I'm tired. My head hurts. I want to do something else. This can't be right. I shouldn't quit doing something just because it's hard. I'd never get anything done if I did that. Let's do this. Hold on. I can do it. Hold on. I made it to the end, and it's all because I whined and complained about how hard it was. Actually, now that I think about it, the whining and complaining didn't really help at all. What did help was something we're learning about in today's story. That's something for you to anticipate. The story is about ants, so that's why it's funny. Let's do this.
The Bible. It's 66 books of history, stories, letters, and poetry that fit together to form God's one big story. The epic adventure of how He created us and loves us so much that He made a way to rescue us. As we travel through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover people who met God and found their lives changed forever. Now, for an amazing story, inspired by the book of Proverbs, chapter 6, verses 6 through 8.
King Solomon was young when he became ruler of Israel after his father David. One night, God spoke to him in a dream.
Ask for anything you want me to give you.
What? Solomon had just been given the greatest gift of all time. He could have asked for anything. Unlimited money, the power to defeat all of his enemies, or even to be the best-loved, longest-living king of all time. Instead, though, Solomon made a different ask.
Lord, you have now made me king, but I'm only a little child. I don't know how to carry out my duties, so give me a heart that understands. Then I can rule over your people. I can tell the difference between what is right and what is wrong.
Solomon asked for wisdom, and God gave it to him. In fact, Solomon became known as the wisest man to ever live. Over the course of his life, he shared many wise sayings that were later recorded in the book of Proverbs.
These sayings are to help people do what is just and fair, to help young people learn wisdom. Only fools refuse to listen and learn.
The wisdom recorded in Proverbs gives godly advice about nearly everything, from using words wisely to staying away from trouble. But the most famous passages talk about the value of hard work.
You people who don't want to work, think about the ant. Consider its ways and be wise. It has no commander, it has no leader or ruler, but it stores up its food in summer. It gathers its food at harvest time.
When was the last time you paid attention to an ant, other than the one that you were going to squash on the kitchen floor? To better understand what Solomon means about work, well, I think it's time we take a closer look. Did you know that there are about 1 million ants on Earth for every single human? Yikes! My skin is crawling right now. But just look at how amazing these little guys are. Like Solomon said, nobody lays out a set of rules for them. Nobody offers them an allowance or more screen time if they finish their work. God made them in such an incredible way that they stick with it and get the job done. In fact, some ants can lift up to 50 times their own weight. If you were that strong, you could lift an entire car. And ants use that super strength to store up their food, just like we see in Proverbs. And ants also work smart. They leave a special trail of chemicals, called pheromones, that tells them where they've been so they don't get lost or repeat themselves. And ants are incredibly creative. They actually farm aphids in order to have a constant supply of the honeydew aphids release. And the ants' creativity doesn't stop there. In times of flooding, ants will even protect the queen by forming a lifeboat with their own bodies. Just like Solomon reminds us, ants do whatever it takes to gather up the food they need and to protect their colony. They know how to get the job done, and that's with only about 250,000 brain cells. But you? God made you with 10 million brain cells. He's given you everything you need to work strong, smart, and creatively. And because God has given us so much, there's so much more we can do. In the New Testament, Luke records some of Jesus' words.
Much will be required of everyone who has been given much.
You are creative and strong. You have a brain that works like no one else's. You are determined. And most of all, you are created in God's image. That means that you can work hard at whatever it takes to show love to God and the people He's made. Sometimes that might look like helping raise funds to provide clean water for kids on the other side of the world. Sometimes that might look like cleaning your room before your mom has to remind you 5 times. Or working hard to help your little sister to build an epic Lego palace. Whatever your work, remember Solomon's wisdom.
You people who don't want to work, think about the ant. Consider its ways and be wise. It has no commander, it has no leader or ruler, but it stores up its food in summer. It gathers its food at harvest time.
Be wise. Work hard. God has given you everything you need to follow through.
I gotcha. Look, I get it. Work is hard, but if we don't work, nothing will ever get done. Think about it. If the ant didn't work, he wouldn't have any food stored up for the winter. We actually need work. Plus, think about Jesus. He gave us an example for how to love people and serve others, and he always did it gladly, working with all his heart. When we work, we should do it with a good attitude. Like we're working for God. We shouldn't whine and complain every time someone asks us to do something that's hard or boring. In fact, we could choose to work hard even before someone asks. Think of work like it's a mission. When your mom or dad tells you to clean your room or something, don't go, "It's so hard." Instead say, "Let's do this." And then get the job done. You'll finish your work faster and you'll probably have a better time doing it too. So, here's the rule for life to remember today. Work hard. When you work, put your heart into it. It'll feel good to accomplish something. And when you play, you can put your heart into that too. Yes! Mission accomplished! See you next time.
Welcome back. Did you enjoy our lesson? This morning's lesson was all about this idea of working hard. We used the example of the ant. That's what King Solomon said. He said, look at the ant, how hard they work. Have you ever watched an ant carry around something super heavy, way bigger than themselves? They are such a great example of working hard. And that's what we're talking about, is this idea of being hard workers. God's expectations, His rules for life is for us to serve others well. When is the time that you've worked hard? Maybe you've had some great examples besides maybe an aunt, maybe a mom or a dad in your life, and you've watched them go to work every single day and live out this idea of being a hard worker. God's word talks to us about this idea of being lazy. He actually uses the example of a sloth, right? We know the example, the animal of a sloth. Maybe you watched that funny movie where you have that slow-moving sloth and he slowly talks about things. God's word actually talks about the sloth. It said, don't be like a sloth. Be like an ant. Get up and work hard. What we do is we want you to think about this idea. How can you work hard? What are the things in your life that you can do to help others this week? That's your responsibility. Our verse has been about this idea of understanding that God has expectations for us. And if we be trusted with little things, we can be trusted with big things. That has been our key verse for the last couple weeks. We're wrapping up right now with one final time together in worship, and then I have a special word for your mom and dad.
I'm not helpless. I have purpose to change the world around me one step at a time. I wanna be the best me that I can be. Not living for the moment, but the future I see. That's why every second of every day I'm making a choice to make a change. Won't give up, won't let you down. I'll go for it and get it done. I'm on it, I got it, still having fun. You can count on me. It's my responsibility, and you know you can count on me. I'm not helpless, I have purpose to change the world around me one step at a time. I wanna be the best me that I can be. Not living for the moment, but the future I see. That's why every second of every day I'm making a choice to make a change. Won't give up, won't let you down. I'll go for it and get it done. I'm on it, I got it, still having fun. You can count on me. It's my responsibility, and you know you can count on me. I'll go for it and get it done. I'm on it, I got it, still having fun. You can count on me. It's my responsibility, and you know you can count on. It's my responsibility, and you know you can count on me.
Hey, elementary moms and dads, thanks for tuning in this morning. Thanks very much for letting your child tune in to what we're doing here on YouTube and on our website every single Sunday, or maybe whenever you're watching this. If you know families that have students your child's age that are not watching, encourage them to jump on and watch these videos. Whether they're part of a CCCH family or not, you're welcome to share this in your community with your neighbors, other people around you at school. We want to make sure that these videos are available to everyone to find some encouragement during this kind of crazy time in our world. As part of that, we also want to make sure that you know that even though we're not meeting in person for our ministries, we are meeting with you in person as a couple. My wife, Melissa, and I are available to you in person or virtually to encourage you, to help you, to pray with you, to counsel, whatever you need as a family. We want to know that in this new year, you have a voice, you have partners in ministry. We remember those years. Our kids are in junior high and in high school now, but we remember well the elementary years and those moments of struggle, those moments of prayer, those moments of fear. We want to let you know that we are here for you. As part of that, our family newsletters that we're sending out every single month are also going to be including something from Melissa and I specifically for you as parents, a short 5 to 10 minute online parenting class. Just 5 to 10 minutes of encouragement, taking on one of the big topics that is going on in our world, or maybe a topic that is near and dear to your heart. We would love to hear what you'd like to hear from us. But this month, make sure you tune in, check those out at the very bottom of our family newsletter. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you download our family resources that we add on every single week on our website to go along with these videos. We have great things happening around here. We're excited things coming up in 2021. We're excited to share with you very, very soon. As always, thank you. We're praying for you. We will talk to you all next week.